Marhaba, welcome, heartfelt welcome to Hيلتون Garden in الجداف. My name is Jose Luis Ruiz. I am the general manager of this recently opened Hيلتون Garden. Today we have a lovely event with Sheikh Mohammed Center for Cultural Understanding that we've been working on for a long time because we wanted to organize a talk about the heritage of Al-Jadaf and the history of Al-Jadaf. We chose to open a hotel, a Hيلتون Garden in Al-Jadaf, because we firmly believe that this area is going to become a prime location within the city. We're seeing the dramatic changes that are happening in Al-Jadaf. You can see that the landscape has changed. I arrived in Dubai 12 months ago and the landscape had nothing to do with what it is right now. Even the skyline is changing. And we firmly believe it's going to be a key location within the city. This year Hيلتون is celebrating 100 years of hospitality. Hيلtون was founded in 1919. So in Hيltون, pioneering is definitely part of our DNA, and that's why we really enjoy being part of this transformation of Al-Jadaf as a first mover in this market. We're all reading every day about the upcoming developments of the area. We believe very soon we'll have Sheikh Mohammed's library open. The Jabil Art Center has just opened as well in Culture Village. Duwa's headquarters are coming up right next to the Al-Jadaf metro station. As you can see, there's plenty of beautiful buildings coming up, so it's only a question of a very short time that we'll see Al-Jadaf with a very unique architectural style that really reflects the cultural heritage, being one of the nicest parts of the city. And without further delay, I'd like to introduce Mr. Ahmed Al-Jafla, who's the protocol manager and senior presenter of Sheikh Mohammed Center for Cultural Understanding. Thank you very much for coming. He will be talking about the past, the present, and the future of Al-Jadaf. Thank you very much.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Of course, this is the word you're going to hear all the time. Assalamu alaikum. You could be in the lift and somebody says Assalamu alaikum and you go, what is he talking about? What do I say back? Alright? You don't have to say Assalamu alaikum back. You just say salam, the word peace. Alright? That will help to start the communication between both of you. We are only about 11% as UAE national in the UAE. The rest is over 200 nationalities. So many of you guys. And we need your help to help us to build the UAE forward. Okay, my name is Ahmed Al-Jafla. I'm from Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Center for Cultural Understanding. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to leave the floor for you to ask me any question. As you saw from the word, it's open door and open mind policy. So you can ask any questions come to your mind, whatever question is. All right, let's say you're going to ask a difficult questions, and I find it difficult. We'll Google it together and get the right answer. At least we'll get the answer. Yeah, I'm not going to leave out of here without saying I don't know. I know. All right. Okay. What we're going to do is basically you are in this beautiful place, the Jadaf. I remember the Jadaf when I was a young boy. My father had a gas company. This was in 1970. And he used to go in his car, we drive all the way here to a Jadaf. There was a big boat, a big dhow. And this boat used to come from Iran and they will have gas on it. We'll fill the cylinders and then we'll go. All right? And I look forward to come to this area because this area was beautiful and it's still beautiful. Because at the end you have the marsh at the end here. It's protected. You see these, the birds come in. Now, as a UAE national, I will eat the fish from here, from the marsh, because there's a special birds and a special fish, and the fish here eats clean from the ground, small plants. But I wouldn't eat the fish in the middle of the creek because it's all boats and all these big ships that comes there, they dump the rubbish or whatever, and the fish eats it. So that's why this is beautiful. And as you know, now if you go that side, you'll see a huge marsh where people comes in and take pictures and enjoy. Unfortunately, we can't really go in, but we can just see. So basically, the location of this hotel, I think, is the right location because you are near to Dubai Airport. It will take about maybe 10 minutes. Near to Burj Al Arab and also Burj Khalifa, and also near us. We are in the old city next to Dubai Museum. Yeah, so it's a lot of things that are near to you here. So if customers come here and say, okay, I want to go to Dubai Mall, it's just here. Yeah, I want to go to the airport, it's just here. So, and at the moment the RTA is working on, which is already started, special trips from the Palm all the way here in big boats, which is very interesting. Now, go back to the culture. I've got a folder here that just to remind me. So yes, you're absolutely right. They used to have the boats here. The boats will be made here. So people will come here and buy the boats. It depends, big, small, medium, whatever. So all the ships here, it's easier for them to build and push it in the water and come out. We are blessed with this creek because this creek, we had business from all over the world. All right? Now, I used to go with my mother when I was young. I used to go to the gold market, to the spice market. She will buy the spices. She will buy the threads. She will come home and make these threads with her own hand. Yeah, and come up with strings. And she used to tell me, okay, son, we'll go to the spices. Smell this. I said, yeah, what's wrong with it? She said, this is an old one. This is a fresh one. She taught me. And then I went to her to the perfume market, which is here. So if the people or people who stay in the hotel wants to go, by all means, you can go to the past, yeah, or you can go to the present, or you can go to the future, which we have all around this area. So what I'm trying to say is the location basically of the hotel is really, really good. It took me just now from Burj Al Arab to here, I would say it took me about 15 minutes. So it's not very far. Please stop me if you want to ask more questions. I've got a picture of the old creek here, which in 1965 they dug it because it was really high. People, when the water goes, they actually walk across the other side. Yeah. So the bigger ships could not come only a certain time of the day. So they dug it to allow the big ships to come in. All right. Now, where do we get our stuff from? We get our stuff from Iran. We get rock salt. We get the rock salt. We get the saffron, and we get the nuts. 7 hours. If you're on these boats, you will get to Iran. You get to Karachi. It take you 1 day to get to Karachi. It takes you about 5 to 6 days or 7 days to get to India. We're going all the way down to Sri Lanka. It takes about 1 month to go to Sri Lanka to get us the spices. So these dhows was moving. The business was really moving. I used to say to Mom, you guys are poor because we are now, we have internet, we are rich, we have money in the bank. She said, no, we were richer than you. We have the gold that comes from Africa. Transfer here and go to India. We have the pearls. Your grandfather goes and dive and gets some pearls. The pearls that the lady wear and sell it around the world. They had the money, they had the wealth. Okay, they didn't have the technology what we have now, but they did. And life was moving. They were healthier than us, that's for sure. Okay. What I need is, I need the lovely lady to come forward. Maybe you, madam. Please, come forward. I'm going to use you as a model. I'm going to dress you up. Now, you notice around, you say, why ladies wear black and men wears white? All right? You always come to you, no, we have these questions. Why ladies dress up in black? So I'm going to dress you in black. All right? First, I'd like you to put this on. This is the abaya. All right? This is the very old-fashioned abaya. They call them, you can call them the chador. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Please come this side. Okay? The reason for them calling chador is because you can wear them in 2 ways. You can put them on your shoulder or you can put on your head. So just on your head. See? All right? Now, look at this lovely lady. Now what happened here is 70 years ago, our ladies did not wear an abaya. They wear normal dresses and they wear scarf around their head. Until they saw a lady like this lovely lady come from Iran to buy some stuff here. And the lady says, wow, that is nice. They tried it. They liked it. They kept it. And you might say, why black? Because that was the only color around. Yeah, and that was the cheapest color at that time. People couldn't afford it. All right. So the beauty of this abaya, the material. I want you to walk through. Please go and let them feel the material. Let them feel material. Now you say, for example, these materials are black. They are very hot. Yeah. The girls will get really hot. Now the lady showing you now is. I want you to remember that these ladies will come as a customer here. All right. You might think they were in a very thick clothes, but they're actually not. Very thin material. Nowadays, the girls come up with an idea. They say, you know what? We are sick and tired of wearing black abayas. We're gonna change the color. We're gonna change the design. So they had a new abaya that comes on the shoulder. All right. They added bits and pieces to it. They changed the color to gray or white, but they didn't realize that the abaya material is different. As soon as you change the color, you have to change the material. Maybe thick, maybe nylon, maybe polyester, but this is like silk. It actually cools the body. Okay? Can anybody wear it? Because this is a question I get all the time. Yes, any lady can wear it. Alright? Now the other thing is, the ladies used to walk miles and miles under the sun. So what happened? 100% sun we have here. You see it in summer. You can actually touch the sun. What happened to these ladies? Their faces gets burned. There's no sunglasses in the market. They don't know what to do. So a group of local ladies, they sat down together and they said, you know what, we need to do something about this because there's no moisturizing cream, there's no sun cream, they don't know anything about that. There's no sunglasses. So they came up with something called the burqa. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Imagine you go into a class with that. Start shining. Okay. Okay, they came up with something called the burqa. It looks beautiful, it looks shiny from far away. Okay, this was their fashion. When the lady wears this, especially shiny like this, she'll go to a party. All right. To you, it might look brass, it might look metal, it might look leather, but actually, it's not. It's cotton. The material, the indigo chemical added to it. And inside the burqa will be a white tape. Now, the lady walks like that under the sun, she doesn't get burnt, all right? Her face is protected, and on top of that, the indigo leaves a mark on her cheeks and her nose. The first thing gets burned in the face is the nose, the forehead, and the cheeks. So, they thought, okay, this will help. They will wear it. You only see this in this part of the world. So if you see somebody walking like this in your hotel, it's fine, that's normal. It's a woman. It's not from our space. All the people still wearing it. You only see this here, Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar. You might not see that much in Saudi Arabia. Alright? Again, the ladies cover their hair. Islam asks us to cover their hair and wear dresses. They don't have to wear abaya. They wear abaya because it's a culture. The face mask or burqa, it's a culture. Because if this lady goes to Mecca, at the door of Mecca they'll stop her and say, remove that. Your face needs to show. So you might see ladies wearing the niqab, only her eyes showing. Again, that's a culture. We, as men, we do not enforce our ladies. Alright, my mother wears this, and my wife wearing the niqab. So if you ask 5 ladies why they wear a niqab, each lady will give you a different answer. Some lady will say, I'm wearing it to be closer to God. Like when you see in Christianity, they wear the cross. Some lady will say, I'm wearing it because I don't want people to see my age lines. I'm hiding them. I asked my wife why she's wearing it. And she said, it makes life easier for me. To drop the kids, 5 minutes. Put the abaya on my pajama, wear the niqab, no makeup, I'm out. So it makes life easier. But not every woman will wear that for that reason. But all that is the culture. Any questions so far? So far so good. I'm going to test you at the end. All right. So it's called burqa. You can take it off now. You look completely different with it. Just go out. Now also underneath what will they wear? They will wear something like this. Please take it around, show them. It's a cotton. In this country, in this heat, you cannot wear any other than cotton. All right? And this is a cotton dress that the ladies will wear at home. Yeah? But when it comes to party or events, it will be another dress. The men wears straight. Would be black, could be brown, could be white. But the ladies will wear a different design or pattern on these dresses. What that dress is, I would say you can call it galabiya, you can call it house dress. Yeah, green. Also, the ladies will go to the market, to the material market, the textile market, and buy this material and go to the tailor. Till this day, the ladies will go to the tailor and stitch it. All right? Now, also give you this one to go around. This is something with telly. The ladies will actually, this is what my mother would do. Would go there and buy the threads and sit down and stitch it. And then stitch it on the dress. Whatever design, she make her own design. All right? So that is, again, it could be for a party. It could be for an event, okay? This is called telly. It shines really well in the party. Do people still wear it? Yes, they do. Yeah, they still wear it. This is what you will see under the bio. Yes, sir.
It's only for ladies?
Only for ladies, I'm afraid, yes. Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. It's all handmade. It's all handmade, so the ladies will actually sit down and stitch it. As men, I made life a bit difficult for you today. I'm wearing blue. All right. The question always why you wear white and the ladies wear black. It's not fair. So I'm wearing blue. Actually, blue is winter. We are at the end of winter now. You see the wind that you see today and the dust. Winter's saying I'm coming out and the heat is coming in. So there's a lot of fight taking place. So next week, most of it's going to start warm. This is called the Shimal wind for your information. And the Shimal wind is pulling all the clouds out of the way. You get a lot of dust. Now what happened in this country is, you might say, why are you wearing all this? I'm walking under the sun. My ancestors used to walk under the sun and they used to burn their head. Now when it's dusty, yesterday we were at the food festival, last night until 12 o'clock in the night on the beach. It started getting really windy and we had a lot of dust, a lot of sandstorm. When that happens, that's what we do. To protect our limbs. So when I breathe, yeah, the sand and the dust stays here. All right? And this is what I say to everyone. You need to protect this. Now what happens when the wind blows? It blows everything, the good and the bad, and you inhale it in. So this has become a safe, lifesaver. All right? I can put it up, I can put it down. My friend there, he's putting both of them up. It doesn't matter, he's from that tribe, and I'm from this tribe. Wherever we feel comfortable. Yeah? I'm wearing a cap. We call tahfiyah. This is created by the woman of the house. When I marry a woman, I'm expecting her to know how to cook my food, to create my tahfiyah, my clothes. Alright? After a week, after marriage, I will ask her, create one of my tahfiyah. I'll give her one, I'll tell her, create one like that. And she says, I don't know. I say, okay, back to your mom. I'll send her home for about a week to 2 weeks, and I'll bring her back and do the test again. Every mother will train her daughter on all these skills. Yeah? Because everybody depends on helping each other. You might say, okay, what about you, man? Where are you going to go? I will be busy in the desert with my livestock or in the sea, diving to get fish for my family. Every mother will train her daughter on all these skills. Does it still happening? Some do. Yeah. This one, it takes her 3 days to crochet. Sit down, put on her knees, okay, and do it. 3 days with all the housework and the kids around. Nowadays, I'll say, thank God we have China. We get 12 pieces for 10 dirham. So the ladies doesn't have to to go to the market or go back home. Any questions so far? All kandura is exactly the same, except if somebody comes from Saudi Arabia, they wear the collar kandura, yeah, or the shirt collar. Here, this is what you see, and the tassel. Yeah, why? Here and Oman. Omanis will have a little tassel. So if you see an Omani, you like this. A local guy right in the middle, right down. This is basically for the perfume. In the old days, they will wear a tarbouch. If I go from here to Al Ain, it will take him about an hour and a half in car now. In the old days, my grandfather would travel and it would take him 3 days. So when he leave home, my grandmother would put some perfume on his tarbouch. When he sit there after 2 days, he lights his fire under the moonlight. He waits for the fire to light up. He's going to make his bread, his dinner. He think of his wife and his children. He takes it and smell it. That's the only connection they had. Yeah? And we still do that. Now when we leave home, I roll it sometime, I spray it. Sometime my wife will say, just hang on a minute, where are you going? Spray her perfume. That is her perfume. Each and every woman will have her own perfume. They go to the perfume market and buy these perfumes, mix it together, and come up with a smell. When I was young, I remember my mother's perfume very well. I could be at my neighbor's, but she's not there, but I can smell she's there. It shows how strong it is. The agar, this black agar that you see here, in the old days we didn't have cars. Our Rolls Royce was a camel. Our Mercedes was a camel. If you have a camel, you're a rich person. That's what we traveled on. So it was a black rope tied on our head, and tie the camel, and tie the rope, or tie the wood, for example. What we do is we tie the front legs of the camel, and that's why we see two circles together. We tie the front legs of the camel to allow the camel to stretch around and not to run away. Because imagine if it runs away in the middle of the desert. What happened to me? I'll die of starvation and thirst, of course. So to stop that camel, I cannot tie the camel to a tree, because as soon as I do that, it gets sick. So if it gets sick, it's no good for me, so I have to put it down. So not to reach that stage, I will tie the front legs to allow the camel to walk around, and then when I'm done, I'll come and fetch it and continue. Any question so far? No? No question? Okay. I've got only one thing to give you, or to show you, and then I'll end up. And that is, we have something here called Dihin al-Oud. Dihin al-Oud is the perfume that I told you about. It's a very expensive perfume. The smallest perfume is this, and this will cost you about over 500 dirham, full. Dihin al-Oud, oil of oud. So if I ask you just to go around. All right, and put some on your hand. This will stay on for another 3 days. So if you like it, it's good. It's going to stay for 3 days. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It's going to stay for 3 days. All right. Dihin al-Oud is very expensive oud. You find this in the perfume market. How is it? Nowadays people like the spray, it's much easier. But this is still used. Yes, ma'am.
I heard that you used this kind of perfume because it's based on oil.
Good question. These perfumes are oily based. All of them are oily based. So what they do is that the ladies will buy 4 of these perfumes, and she will sit down and measure each perfume a certain amount, mix it together. My mother's perfume different, my wife's perfume different, my daughter, she's 13 now, she started creating her own perfume. Until she comes to a perfume that she likes, because it's part of the culture. When you visit a local house, they will share with you their perfume. All right? So in the hotel, sometimes you might walk into a room and smell this unusual smell. And I know some hotels will actually go and take everything and clean it and put it back again, but that's the perfume of that family. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yes, you're absolutely right. It has an oily-based perfume, and comes from India. All right, it comes from Singapore. It comes from Cambodia. from Singapore also, and from a place called Bhutan, which is very, very expensive. So I'd like to thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do come and visit us. I'm going to leave little brochures here. If you ever get the chance to come and visit us in the old city, that city is about 200 years old. The heart of the business 200 years ago, where Dubai was really booming, of all the things that you think about. All right. So I wish you all the best, and I wish the hotel all the best as well. And thank you for inviting me today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed. We were going to do this event in the roof, but it's a bit windy. However, I'd like to invite you to take a small tour around the property just to get to know the hotel. We will start by going to the roof, showing you the views from there. On one side we have the downtown views, the Burj Khalifa and the entire skyline, and on the other we have the creek side, Festival City, Dubai Creek Harbor. You can see the airport, so it's very interesting to see. We will see also the spa, and then we will walk down to the 12th floor. We will see one room and gather at the end in the ground floor to show you our two restaurants, Somaya and Street Culture, which we just opened yesterday, and we will have a nice Arabic meal. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you. Hilton Honors application.
Yeah.
And be a Hilton Honors member. So this has a living room, a kitchenette with a microwave,
Okay,
a
let's
refrigerator.
start.
So we have a couple of units. Is it the 2 bedroom? This is 1 bedroom, but it can be connected to another bedroom. So you can actually make this a 100 square meter room just by adding this one. So you have a twin room, a king room, and even a sofa bed for children. Yes, yes. This would have two beds, a twin room, and it would have a bathtub. So you have a bathtub option and a shower option. It's very, very comfortable.
There's no bathtub in there.
No, this one has a shower, but if you connect to the next door, there's a bathtub.
Was I mean there is a little bathtub. I didn't know that it's not
Really? Because it was really. Which one? This way.
واحنا ماشيين.
اهلا وسهلا فيكم في هيلتون جاردن هنا الجداف. طبعا كموقع احنا موقع هيلتون في الجداف. اذا بنعرف كلياتنا منطقه الجداف التراثيه قديمه، وهي المنطقه هلا راح تكون الوجهه الثقافيه في دبي الجديده. تمام. الفندق عباره عن 326 غرفه، بيحتوي على مركز ومنتجع صحي في الطابق الاخير، مسبح، جيم او اللي هو فتنس سنتر او مركز رياضه. تمام. وفي عندنا تحت، في عندنا بالطابق الارضي مطعمين، في عندنا مطعم سمايه، مطعم دولي. تمام. بيعمل اكلات دوليه من مختلف انواع البلدان. وعندنا مطعم جديد اسمه ستريت كلتشر، مطعم مبارك كثير حلو، كثير بجنن، صار جديد فاتح. اهلا وسهلا فيكم. اهلا وسهلا، انا احمد من فندق هيلتون جاردن الجداف. فندق جديد مكون من 326 غرفه. من بعض الغرف اللي موجوده عندنا هي سويتات، وحابب اورجيكم اياها. تفضلوا. اهلا وسهلا. هذا السويت عباره عن 75 سكوير متر، من معادل 3 غرف من الغرف العاديه اللي موجوده عندنا الستاندرد رومز. تمام. بيحتوي على غرفه معيشه وغرفه نوم وحمام للضيوف وطاوله سفره ومطبخ صغير. المطبخ بيحتوي على مايكروويف. تمام. وميني فريج، ثلاجه صغيره. هذا كثير حلو للناس اللي بتقعد لونج ستاي، بتقعد اكثر من 5 ليالي. تمام. بتلاقيهم مرتاحين اكثر في الغرف. طبعا الغرفه هذه كل الغرف الموجوده عندنا بالفندق بشكل عام بتحتوي على الايرون بورد والايرون ماشين. تمام. في كمان برضه تويلت للضيوف. تمام. الماتيريال المستخدمه هون او الالوان المستخدمينها هون هي الازرق والبيج ميلي، ما يدل على الرمل والبحر، يعني ماخذينه من فكره الرمل والبحر، فالوان مطابقه له تقريبا زي ما بتلاحظوا من البيج للبحر. هاي غرفه النوم اللي موجوده في السويت، طبعا من اكبر السويتات هاي الموجوده عندنا، 1 بيدروم. بتحتوي على شاشه سكرين كبيره تقريبا 55 انش. تمام. وفيها زي قاعده صغيره، والبيدنج اللي بنستخدمه هون حسب ال5 ستار براند ستاندردز. احنا بنستخدم الماتريسز، نفس الماتريسز اللي بنستخدموها دبل 3 باي هيلتون، واللي هو ال5 ستار كاتيجوري من هيلتون كومباني. احنا 4 نجوم، زي خليني اذكركم احنا 4 نجوم، بس احنا الابر سكيل من ال4 ستار هوتيل. تمام. التويليت او الحمام موجود في معظم الامينيتيز اللي بتستخدموها خلال سفركم او رحلاتكم. هذا بشكل عام الفندق تقريبا في عندنا 4 ابجريد او 4 كاتيجوريز من الغرف. عندنا الغرف الستاندرد رومز اللي هي بتكون تقريبا من 25 ل 27 سكوير متر، وعندنا الغرف اللي بعديها بتكون عندنا سويتات 2 بدروم اللي هي اكبر من هذه، بتيجي معها كونكتد ل 2 بدروم او تكفي للعائلات او الفاميلي خاصه اللي جايين لرحلات مطوله. نرجع نطلع على الاماكن الثانيه بالفندق، رح اورجيكم اياها. اهلا وسهلا فيكم مره ثانيه. زي ما وعدتكم اورجيكم نوع مختلف من الغرف. عندنا الغرف هذه اللي هي المخرج الخارجي او المدخل الخارجي للغرف هذه. هذا يمكن ينباع او ممكن تقعدوا فيه على اساس انه يونت واحد او 2 يونتس. هذا المخرج ممكن تقعد فيه زي شقة كاملة أو إنه يكون في شقتين مختلفين، تمام؟ وهذا كثير مهم للبرايفسي خاصة للعائلات. هاي نوع من الغرف اللي حورجيكم إياها اللي هي التوين روم أو الغرفة بسريرين منفصلين، تمام؟ تكفي لشخصين كبار وشخصين صغار أقل من 6 سنين. زي ما حكينا برجع أعيد عليكم البيدنج هذه مريحة جدا ومأخوذة من فنادق ال5 نجوم اللي هي دبل تري باي هيلتون. تمام. الغرف كلها موجود فيها تي في LCD 42 انش، تمام، والكوفي ستيشن او الكتل، تمام. بيجي فيها كلهم ميني فريج، وفي عندك خزاين زي ما حكينا الايرون